At 31, Lena McAllister had carved out a quiet, fulfilling little life. While many of her peers juggled offices, deadlines, and cubicles, Lena spent her days under open skies and among wagging tails. She owned her own dog-walking business, Happy Tails and Trails, and managed a steady roster of clients around her coastal town. It wasn't glamorous work, but it was honest, and it made her smile. She wore practical clothes every day, hiking shoes or rubber boots, durable pants, and a hoodie or windbreaker depending on the weather. She'd leash up a rowdy mix of golden retrievers, terriers, and pugs, and head off through parks, trails, or down to the beach. Lena knew each dog's personality like a second language. Marley needed gentle reminders not to pull. Tulip refused to pee unless she had the same route as yesterday. Rufus had to be bribed with cheese to get moving in the rain. And the rain? That was Lena's nemesis. Living by the ocean meant weather was fickle. The sun might gleam in the morning, only to dissolve into a gray deluge by afternoon. Lena had learned to adapt. Her closet was full of rain gear: sturdy green rubber boots with cheerful daisies printed near the top, black waterproof rain pants that snapped at the ankle, and a bright red poncho that flapped like a sail in the wind. But no matter how prepared she was, there was one thing she couldn't protect: her hair. Lena's thick, shoulder-length blonde curls, her pride and signature since her teens, soaked up rain like a sponge. They'd cling to her cheeks, drip down her back, and mat in tangled swirls that took forever to dry. Even under the hood of her poncho, the dampness always snuck in. She'd tried tying it up, wrapping it in scarves, even using an old-fashioned shower cap once. Nothing worked. It wasn't just the discomfort. Her hair looked sad when wet. The curls frizzed out and drooped, losing all shape. On dry days, she could coax them into a stunning halo of bouncy golden spirals. But after hours in the rain, she looked like she'd been electrocuted. She began to dread rainy mornings. Drying her hair took over an hour, and sometimes she didn't even bother. She would just tie it up in a messy bun and leave it. Her appearance, once effortless, started feeling like a chore. She hated feeling like she was being defeated by something as natural and uncontrollable as the weather. One Tuesday, after yet another downpour, Lena ducked into a client's home, rain dripping from her poncho and curls stuck to her jaw like seaweed. "I swear," she huffed, pushing soggy strands from her eyes, "I'm going to shave it all off one day." "You should," said Cammie, the client. She was toweling off her spaniel, Bellamy, and looked up with a knowing smile. "It would suit you." Lena blinked. "You're kidding." Cammie grinned. "Nope, I'm a hairdresser, remember? I see face shapes all day. You've got the bone structure for a buzz cut. Trust me." The suggestion hung in the air like fog. A buzz cut? Lena had always admired bold, shaved styles on other women. Models, actresses, edgy influencers, but had never considered it for herself. Not seriously. Still, the seed had been planted. That night, after a hot shower and 2 towels for her soaked hair, Lena found herself scrolling. Buzz cut ideas, short hair transformations, before and afters. There was something so clean and liberating about it. Women beaming at the camera, fingers running over their fresh scalps. No more tangles, no more dryers, no more frizz. She joined an online forum for women considering drastic cuts and posted a message. "Hey, I'm 31, own a dog-walking business, and I'm honestly sick of dealing with my curly hair in the rain. I'm thinking about getting a buzz cut. Anyone else made the leap? Regrets? Advice?" Within hours, replies rolled in. "Do it. I buzzed mine a year ago and I've never looked back." It's like taking off a heavy coat you didn't know you were wearing. Rain is nothing when you're bald. It's just hair. It grows back. One comment in particular struck her. "You already have the confidence to walk around covered in mud and rain with dogs all day. You already don't care what people think. This is just the next step." Lena stared at the screen. She looked in the mirror, lifting her damp curls and imagining them gone. Would she be too exposed? Would she still be pretty? Would she feel free? She took a deep breath. Then she messaged Cammy. Can you book me for Friday? I think I'm ready. She made the appointment. That morning, rain poured again in sheets. The sky was slate gray, the kind of coastal gloom that seemed to have no beginning or end. Lena pulled on her usual gear: thick wool socks, her green boots, the black rain pants that squeaked when she walked, and the big red poncho. She looked in the mirror before heading out. Her curls were already frizzing at the edges. They knew. She spent her dog rounds in a fog. Every time she caught a glimpse of her reflection in a shop window, she imagined it bald, smooth, simple. The thought both thrilled and terrified her. At 3 p.m. sharp, she stood in front of the salon, dripping and jittery. You ready? Cammy greeted her with a calm smile and a nod toward the empty chair. The salon smelled of rosemary, conditioner, and fresh towels. Lena peeled off her poncho and shook out the hood. Her hair, a wet, tangled nest of golden frizz, clung to her neck. As ready as I'll ever be. Cammy led her to the back to wash her hair first. Lena stared at her reflection in the large mirror as her curls were soaked for the last time. The warm water was soothing. Cammy lathered her curls with rich shampoo, massaging her scalp gently. You sure you want to do this? She asked, rinsing. Lena hesitated. I think... Yes, I'm sick of being afraid of the rain. That's as good a reason as any. Conditioner came next, detangling, one last time. Then Cammy wrapped her hair in a towel and guided her to the chair. The cape, purple satin with a Velcro neck, billowed down over her shoulders and lap. It shimmered under the salon lights. All right, buzzcut, Cammy said, reaching for a comb and shears. We'll start with scissors to take the bulk off. Lena gripped the armrests tightly. Her stomach fluttered. With the hum of the salon around her, Lena watched in the mirror as Cammy lifted a thick chunk of her curls at the crown. Snip. It slid down, landing in her lap like a small animal. Another cut, another handful. Locks tumbled down one after the other, golden spirals twisting as they fell. Her shoulders grew lighter, her breathing steadier. By the time the scissors were done, Lena looked like a shorn lamb. Her head was covered in uneven tufts. It was strange and raw, but also strangely exciting. Cammy swapped the scissors for clippers. You ready for the real thing? Lena gave a tight smile. Let's do it. The clippers hummed to life. Deep, mechanical, final. Cammy chose a short guard. Number 2. Starting at the nape, she pushed the clippers upward through the messy tufts. Lena felt it. The vibration on her scalp, the warm air left behind, the sound of hair tumbling like dry grass to the cape. Strip by strip, the weight disappeared. Her curls vanished in a blur of movement. The mirror showed a new version of herself with each pass. Cammy worked with care and precision, tilting Lena's head, smoothing each patch, blending the sides, moving over the crown again to even it out. When she switched to a lower guard to neaten the edges, Lena's heart pounded. The cape rustled with loose hair. Her ears were exposed now, her neck elongated. Her scalp felt cool and strange, every hair reduced to a fine bristle. Then came the final pass. Guard off. Bare clippers. Cammy slowly shaved along the natural shape of Lena's head, removing the final fuzz along the sides and back. The buzzing was softer now, a gentle vibration that resonated through her skull. When the buzzing stopped, it was quiet. The floor was covered in golden curls. Lena looked at her reflection. Bald, really bald, and absolutely radiant. Her cheekbones stood out more. Her blue eyes sparkled. Her smile widened. Cammy removed the cape and brushed off the tiny clippings on Lena's neck. So? She asked. Lena ran a hand over her head. The feeling was incredible. Soft, textured, and clean. I love it. That night, it rained again. Lena zipped up her black rain pants, pulled on her green boots, and fastened the hood of her red poncho over her head. No hair to tie up, no towel needed. As she stepped into the downpour, a grin broke across her face. Water beaded on her scalp and rolled off. She felt the coolness, the freedom, the wind pressing gently against bare skin. The dogs didn't care. They were just excited to walk. And Lena? She felt alive. In the days that followed, she got used to the looks. Some clients were surprised, others impressed. A few complimented her bravery. Her morning routine became blissfully simple. A splash of water, a bit of moisturizer, and she was out the door. Rain no longer mattered. Lena, dog walker and storm braver, had finally met her match in the mirror and won.